My name is Michonne. I lost someone years ago.
Spoiler warning. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live second episode isn't particularly excellent. To be honest, the season 1 opener wasn't all that good either, but it felt like it told a tale with a little more bravery and a somewhat more daring structure. Most of Gone is a touch naive. It's also replete with cliches. It makes an effort to create drama by having characters we've never known die. And at the conclusion of the episode, there are not one, but two thought-provoking deathbed talks with these total strangers. Although Michonne appears quite stylish in her more traditional attire, it largely calls to mind a program that was excellent in the past, which this one doesn't seem to be.
My name is Dana, and I've been out there.
Subscribe to Movie Spy for more twist videos. This episode mimics the structure of the first by showing us what Michonne has been up to after departing the main show in search of Rick. The action picks up with her trying to request a horse from a community under ludicrously bad leadership.
Let me get you a horse. You can have your pick. Nah, she can have her goddamn pick.
How these communities have survived this long is a point that constantly goes unaddressed. In meeting 3 new characters with whom she quickly becomes firm and immediate friends, Michonne gains the respect of a number of people, including the snarky maker nerd Nat, the brother of the boss, Aiden, and his expectant partner Bailey. After only 10 minutes or so, the 3 of them swear to sacrifice their lives to assist Michonne, who they had just met, in locating Rick. It's subtly hinted that the reason these 3 are drawn to Michonne is that they were unhappy with their awful conditions before, which is reasonable enough but done in an oddly hurried manner, despite the fact that they are entirely new individuals with no bearing on anyone or anything we've seen previously. Bailey and Aiden pass away first. Chlorine bombs are dropped on everyone by the CRM flying overhead, fatally scorching their lungs. Nat and Michonne are also impacted, but they get it through and finally become well. The 2 of them attack the CRM in what turns out to be the ambush that brought down Rick's helicopter and killed Okafor in episode 1, as they seek retribution and set out to find Rick and head to Alexandria. Rick and Michonne have rekindled their romance. Rick insists he isn't actually with the CRM, and Michonne just sort of kind of believes him. Rick is with the CRM, which makes this so ridiculous it defies comprehension. According to his episode, he gave up looking for Michonne years ago and has just worked for the CRM ever since. Furthermore, Michonne and her friends' respiratory systems were just roasted by the CRM, who launched chlorine bombs on them. They really ought to talk to each other about this, but they never do. In the process, Nat gets shot. He bids Michonne goodnight with tears, satisfied that she has found her true love again. He doesn't bother to inquire about the bombing either, and then he passes away. I may be nitpicking, but it doesn't feel right that, in under half an episode, Michonne's personal crusade became the center of attention for everyone. These are individuals she barely knows. With the CRM already on the way, Rick very quickly instructs Michonne to pretend to be someone else, though crucially not someone who would qualify as a competent leader, since we know what the CRM does with AS. We also know that hell would break loose if the CRM was to find out how Michonne is connected to Rick, so they decide to keep up the ruse so she can integrate herself and become a consignee. Rick and Michonne sneak about and have love whenever they get the chance. While all he wants is to flee with Michonne, the show will take a different tack and focus on her concept of overthrowing the CRM from within. The second episode closes with a reunion with an old buddy, Jotties, who initially took Rick away with the CRM. When Rick gets back to his lodgings, Jotties is there to greet him. She states unequivocally that they have some sort of long-standing agreement and that, should she so choose, she will not hesitate to use Michonne's true identity to embarrass Rick. The Ones Who Live appears to be building up an intriguing deception narrative, which should hopefully have a little more sense and tension than what we've seen so far, having already brought its characters back together.